Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game. With my first impressions of a game you might not actually have heard much about yet, and that's Adrenaline by Czech Games Edition. And the reason you might not have heard much is at this point it's still in development, but they have started taking it round conventions, demoing it. So I was able to play it at the UK Games Expo 2016. And I was surprised. I mean, the nature of the game is it's a first-person shooter, and you look at the box and you see aliens and robots with guns and you think, that's a first-person shooter. That's going to be this thematic, Ameritrash, running around, throwing dice, miniatures game. And it is little. But actually what it is a Euro. It is an area control resource management game. It's really surprising, and it manages to do that Euro aspect, but with still maintaining that theme. So let me talk you through a bit about how the game actually works. So it has a more modular board set up dependent on the number of players. Now currently it's only a 3 to 5 player game. So this being Toucan Play That Game, it's like, well, got to do something there. But they are working on something. They're working on an AI of having basically additional players that are bots, much like you would have in a computer game first-person shooter. If they can do that and it works well, I'll be really pleased, because this was the standout, most enjoyable game I played at the Expo. Of all the games I played, and I played like 14 new games being demoed, this was the one I had the most fun playing, and I'm super excited to see what happens with it, and especially because 2-player is so important to me, to see what happens with those bots. But time will tell on that. So as I say, you have this modular board, so at the moment between 3 and 5 players, whereby you'll flip over sections to get a different size board. And the size of the board is dictated by these different coloured rooms. Now, the importance of these coloured rooms is that these represent where you will spawn. Now, it's important to note that the players will also have colour coding for tokens and stuff, but that doesn't relate to the room colours at all. You can forget about that for that. So with the room colours, that'll dictate where you spawn. And it also dictates a bit about what you're likely to pick up there. So in each of these rooms, there are weapon drop points, just like you'd have in a first-person shooter. So still that thematic, running around, grabbing weapons, attacking with those weapons. And you'll pick up these weapons, but in order to do that, you need ammo. And ammo is where the resource management aspect of this game comes in, because there are 3 types of ammo. There is blue, red and yellow. No idea thematically what those are going to represent. I'm sure they'll come up with something. But what they are in at the moment is cubes. So very Euro that you're managing these cubes as resources in order to be able to pick up weapons. Not just that, you need those resources in order to be able to use your weapons to attack. So you pick up a weapon, you've got it in your hand, and then hugely thematically you go, bang, I hit you with this weapon, putting it down on the table. At which point that represents you fired it or swung it or whatever. You've used that weapon and expended the ammunition that was in it. Now, if you have spare ammo in your reserve at the end of your turn, you'll automatically reload that weapon and you'll have it ready for next turn. But if you don't, you'll have to go and pick up ammo and then wait a turn. So it's not just about attack, 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 attack. It's about managing your resources with regards to your ammo to be able to then attack efficiently and in the best means. So yes, it has that first-person shooter. If you're running around, you're hitting the person. But with this Euro-ness there, and I think it balances lovely between that whole managing the resources and the thematicness of attacking with the weapon. Works really nicely. So as you attack, you'll be doing damage to the various players. As a player becomes more damaged, they get better, and that is why this is called Adrenaline, because you might start off with the actions you can perform are move 1 space and pick up an item, move 1 space and attack, or move 2 spaces. And as you get damaged, you get better. You can move 2 spaces and pick up, move 2 spaces and attack, move 3 spaces. So as you see, the more damage you take, the better you get, but the closer to death you are. And when you die, You're not eliminated. That's one great thing. In true first-person shooter style, you respawn. And so there's no real downsides. You keep all your weapons. You just... It's like your kill rating. Like, that person got a kill, you've got a death against you for the end scoring. But it's not that simple, no, because this is where the whole area control aspect comes in. Because the area you're controlling is the health of your opponents. If you have the most damage on someone when they die, you'll get the most points. And it is about collecting victory points. In true Euro fashion, it is a victory point collection game. The way to get victory points is to damage your opponent and have the most damage on them. Also, you get bonus points if you were the first person to damage them. You'll also get bonus points if you're the person who kills them, because you'll get put on this track, and whoever has the most kills at the end of the game will get bonus points. So what's to stop you then just picking on one person and going, well, we'll all get points and they'll lose? Really intelligently, the more someone dies, the less victory points there are worth. So you're not going to want to go, right, well, let's just pick on him. No, because you won't get as many points. You want to be getting points every time someone dies, so you don't want to pick on just one person, you want to spread it, but you also want to make sure you get the kill, and if you get overkill, you get benefits. There's all the different types of weapons you can get. Melee weapons, long-ranged weapons. There's special power-ups you can get as well, which will allow you to teleport, to do shielding, to do targeting that allows you to do extra damage. There is loads of going on with this game, with the balancing who you're attacking and when, trying to get that first hit, trying to get the kill hit, trying to get the overkills, trying to get yourself damaged to a point where you're better but not killed. Such a good game. I felt the whole thematicness of running around, grabbing the ammo, grabbing the weapons, grabbing the power-ups, felt like a first-person shooter. But then you had the thinky aspect. Now, there wasn't a lot of luck in this game, and normally that would put me off. Where there was luck was what weapons were available when, what power-ups became available, what ammo drops were available, so what ammo was near you to be able to pick up. And that was just enough to mean that the game's always going to be changing up a bit. Now, one concern I do have is that with that fixed map for a certain number of people, that map will become tired. Now, it's possible that they'll do something about this in later developments. It's possible they won't. Either way, I'm still going to be following this. I'm really interested in it. The final thing I want to talk about is, obviously I can't talk a lot about the art and the production quality because none of that's final. And in my pictures you'll see these miniatures, but they're Gears of War's miniatures. There will be miniatures for the figures in this game, and they'll be 40mm, so they'll be pretty big, pretty nice. Excited to see what they do with that. The robot on the cover, the alien on the cover, they're going to be some of the minis. I wouldn't be surprised if there is like a Space Marine type one as well. But yeah, so that is my thoughts on Adrenaline. Definitely one I think you should keep an eye out for. If you like thematic games, if you like Euros, if you want the two combined, which works really well in this game, then this is one you want to keep an eye out for. As I say, with regards to the two-player, it all depends what happens with those bots. Okay, I do hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, as well as subscribing to the channel and sharing it with your friends and family. And do also take a look at us on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.